Hello, everyone. Today we're going to play a little game of how many roosters did Nancy come home with this time? So we are going to go through, we've got about a dozen birds here. Our homestand has been super successful. We've had a really high demand for eggs. So we went ahead and increased our flock a bit. Many of you, I'm sure, have been to breeders' farms. Oftentimes it's quite hectic. There's tons of birds everywhere. They like to just feed you birds and throw them in your cage real quick. So it's oftentimes at this age, it's really difficult to tell. Did you get a rooster or did you get a pullet? Did you get a hen? So we're going to go ahead and go through some of the things that we've learned to look for. Not all these characteristics work. These hens are roos, whatever they may be, are a barnyard mix. They are not any bit purebred. Some of them appear a little more purebred than others, but essentially they are a mix of Americanas and Brahmas and Barred Rock. And we're not even really sure what some of them are. They're really cool looking. But anyway, let's go through it. Okay. At this age, all the birds should have kind of a pinkish comb and a pinkish wattle. They're not mature yet. They're not laying. Hens will definitely get a red, much redder comb and wattle when they're mature and ready to start laying. That's one surefire way to tell. But the roosters are red generally from an early age and on. So another couple of ways to tell if you're not sure, because some breeds like your Barred Rocks are a darker, brighter red and than some of your other breeds. So it can be a little difficult to tell that way. So we go to some of our other tells. One of them being these hackle feathers. The roos get these really sharp, defined hackle feathers. The feathers that come down the back of the neck will have actual points to them and be very pointed. They also have a set of feathers back here called saddle feathers that'll start to droop down, and they develop their tail feathers just like the hens, but their tail feathers will start to curl down over time. So right now, looking at this one, it's a little difficult, but I think we've got a hen. She's got rounder feathers on her neck. No? Is it a hen? Yeah. I don't know. So Nancy says, agrees it's a hen. So you also see her crown or comb rather, and the wattles area is still quite pale and pink. I'll try to capture this fella that I know for sure is a roo. It's not a hen. And you can kind of see the darker red on the comb, and the wattles are starting to develop. And I'll see if I can catch them, but you can see there's a little bit more of a pin feather, needly type feather on the back of their neck. Okay, we've got chicken number 3 here, and I'm just giving a quick look at the neck feathers. You can see right away this one's got a much paler comb. Sounds aren't always a tell-all, but you can start to hear and see mannerisms and sounds differences between hens and roos. This one's making more hen sounds. She's being submissive when she's being held. There's not a lot of fight, but also we've got nice rounded neck feathers, nice pink comb and wattles, and the tail feathers. Some breeds get a curl on their tail feathers, whether they're hens. We have some hens here where the tail feathers are curled right down. Cochin's a breed that has a curled tail feather, so that's not always a tell-all. But she is making sweet little sounds like a hen, and the pink combs. So I'm going with chicken number 3 as a hen. Okay, chicken number 4, and I'm looking over this one, and again, nice and sweet and submissive like a hen generally would be. Nice pale comb and wattles, nice round neck feathers, and nice round tail feathers versus the pointed. I'm going to go with hen on chicken number 4. All right, we have another one of our barnyard mixes. I'm not even really sure. This one could have some Americana in it. It's hard to say. Anyway, we're going to have a look at it, and we've had some struggles with some of these. I see some pointed neck feathers here that look a little more pointy than the girls' rounded ones. I'm starting to see some bright red on the wattles and on the comb. So what are we on? Chicken number 5 here. I'm going roo. So we're 2 out of 12 so far on the roo side for my bets. You folks have a look at home here. We've got tail feathers drooping on the back, saddle feathers starting to come down, pointy hackle feathers, and I'm starting to see some brightness. Again, could be a breed thing. I'm not familiar with all breeds, but I'm going roo. So that's 2 roos out of 12. Okay. It's hard for me to smile through this part because I really liked the looks of this one when Nancy came home. It's starting to look like this fella here is going to be a roo. It's got good size on him. I'm guessing, I'm not even sure, maybe Brahma family, but the place they came from had a lot of different chickens. But this guy's neck feathers, hackle feathers rather, are quite pointed and defined. We've got tail feathers kind of curling down in the back here. And beautiful bird. I'm going to be really sad if this guy's a roo, but I'm pretty sure he is. So there's 3 out of 12. Barred rock cross of some kind. Really excited to have barred rock of any kind back on. I love the pattern on these guys. One of our very first hens was a barred rock. She was the sweetest thing we ever had. Anyway, really hard to tell with these guys. The barred rocks in particular can get a little bit of a darker wattle and comb on them, even as hens and roosters both. The neck feathers, hackle feathers on this one are quite round. The tail feathers are quite round. So we're hoping for a hen on this one. So there we go. You folks at home get a look and tell us what you think. Drop it in the comments. We're going to do another follow-up video here with all these guys and give a final tally. Okay, here we go with another one of the Americana crosses. And the little bearded kind of gives it away with the Americanas. I just love the little things. They look like little wizards, but really pale comb and wattle on this one still. We've got some rounded hackle feathers here. They're not very pointy at all. Tail feathers are nice and round on the ends. So we're hoping this one's a hen. We're going to go with, I've lost count now, I think we're at 7. So we're 3 roos and 4 hens out of the 12. Well, I don't know. Okay, this is another one of those tough ones, folks. It's looks like a Brahma cross to me. And it's tough. We've got some bit of red on the face, but a dark red here on the wattle a bit. The neck feathers, you know, not quite as pointy as the other guy that looks like this one. And jeez, I can't hold on to some of these little ones. Those tail feathers look a little rounded to me, so we're hoping we've got a hen there. This is another one of our Brahma crosses, and again, tough to tell. A little bit of a brighter red on the wattle there, and I want to say that these hackle feathers are a bit more pointy than the first one we grabbed, and the tail feathers drooping down like this. Also very colorful tail feathers, which is a roo, usually a sign of a roo. But these guys are just a mix of all kinds of different things, so it's super hard to tell with some of these breeds. But I'm going to go ahead with roo on this one. So that's 4 out of 12 roos now so far. 4 out of 12 chickens are roos. All right, we got another tough one here, folks. I'm inclined to go roo. It's a bit sharper hackle feathers there, a bit darker red on the wattle and the comb, and yeah, these long tail feathers that want to droop down like that. It's could be 5 out of 12 here, roos. You folks have a look and tell us what you think. Another sure sign of a roo, if they settle in like this, they like to be up high, and they're usually a little braver than the hens for some reason. But yeah, these pointy feathers, these are kind of pointy. The neck feathers are pointy, so a lot of roo behavior too. Very hard to catch this one. Last bird, number 12. Not even really sure what breed this one is mixed with. It's got these pretty little white tips on the feathers, really long. And I don't know, these pointed tail feathers that droop down. I got to tell you, hopefully you guys can help us at home settle these arguments.
The hen.
I want to say it's a roo, but yeah, it's a hen maybe. We'll go hen. We'll go hen. So we're looking at what then? 5 out of the 12 are roos. So that's 7 hens. This one does act a bit like a hen. We got the pinker comb, but again, it's so hard to not to tell with not knowing what the breeds are. These feathers are deceiving back here. They're a little bit longer like a roo, but the neck feathers are a little more rounder than the other ones. So we shall have to see. Pretty colors on this one though. When the sun hits it just right, much like our Jersey Giants, you get a lot of the blues and greens in the feathers. So thank you for watching and playing along with us. And we will do a follow-up here when they all start laying and start cock-a-doodle-ooing and so forth. And we'll go through each one and we'll see who won. I go 5 roos and 7 hens. Thank you for watching and playing along. If you want to catch the video when it comes up, go ahead and hit subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. And if you want to catch out any of our other videos, we've got baby goats and everything else. So hit subscribe.